giving goosebumps on your bones.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think that's perfectly said.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to another Hunchback React. We are back with Bertrand.
Hello.
Bas is doing a lot of composition and sound design for the game Chaos Interactive, our sister company. Yeah, and you're doing this for, I think, 1.5 years?
Yeah, now a little bit more than 1 year now with Keoken.
How does it feel? We can't say too much about it.
We cannot say anything about it, but it's been great. It's been really interesting. I learned a lot, and I think I also just put a lot of myself in the game there.
What inspires you? Like if you look at like the entertainment things, games, movies, soundtracks, great bands, what inspires you to go into this? What are artists that you say like, wow, those opened my eyes when I was younger?
Well, when I was really young, it started out for me with the guitar.
Yeah.
And I was always really inspired by like the big artists like Jimi Hendrix and all this kind of stuff.
Of course, that's a great choice.
Yeah. And later on, I became really interested in interactivity with sound. Artists like Aphex Twin and but also sound artists or people who make sound art.
Yeah.
They also really inspired me to do more with interactivity and sound.
Yeah, now I remember going to, I think, Warner Brothers movie park and they had this whole set, how to do Foley and sounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, Aphex Twins with the track Window Licker. You know that clip?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think it was Spike Jonze that directed that.
Yeah.
That blew my mind. And if I listen to that track right now, that's way ahead of his time, like on electronica and sound and weird music.
And he already did stuff with generative sounds, sounds that kind of evolve on themselves. And that also is, for me, has been a bridge towards interactivity in audio and game audio. Yeah.
You brought one of your favorites, and it kind of ties into this whole sound design.
Yeah, for sure. It's Chernobyl, HBO series. And it's just been one of the most intense and beautiful and scary series I've ever watched.
I think the creator of this, I'm not super sure, but I think they are now creating The Last of Us, the real series. So I think it was this director.
Yeah.
And the composer, of course, of this is a very talented woman.
Yeah, with a very difficult name, Hildur.
Yeah. And it's beautiful. So we'll just dive into it and then give it a little bit of a review.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Let's go.
Here we go. Oh.
Already starts.
The lower the teaser for the trailer. That's
All of the good we did doesn't matter.
Instant darkness.
Yeah.
What does matter is that to them, justice was done.
I love slow-mo.
Yeah, it works really well with this dark drones on the background.
Wow. Deep bass.
There was nothing sane about Chernobyl.
Talking about loaded.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chernobyl is stable. In terms of radiation, I'm told it's the equivalent of a chest X-ray.
No.
Really like the sounds in the back.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Sinister.
The atom of uranium is like a bullet.
And it builds up, right? This tensionful sounds.
A little bit of that rhythm.
Concrete, flesh. Now Chernobyl holds over 3 trillion of these bullets.
Yeah, those sticks, they build the tension as well.
50,000.
The whole series, all those sticks of radiation.
I love that sound.
Yeah.
The cracking sound.
Yeah. It's so suspenseful.
Man. Oh, there you go. Nice that they play with that.
Yeah.
Cut the phone lines. Contain the spread of misinformation.
Oh no.
What will happen to our boys?
And those hits, those giant strikes on the drums.
But still being artistic.
Yeah.
Not going
3 days to 3 weeks.
balls out.
You're dead.
Man. Amazing shot. I think they used it for the cover as
Yeah,
well.
that's an amazing shot. It speaks books.
Oh, that clap on the shoulder with some dust.
Asking the right question will get you the truth.
There's no truth.
No, oh, Deetman, yeah.
What
I
happened
remember.
then? What happened after?
Man.
All of it. All of it.
It's a lot to take in.
Yeah, for sure.
Madness.
Oh yes.
I like that.
Just keep it quite, not like a hit on it, just keep it.
Contrast, right? I mean, build up towards the end. I have a lot of like this really intense layered hits, and then just top it off with just eerie sounds, which are way more.
I have to say, I needed a little holiday. It's a loaded one. Even like, let's say you're sitting on the couch and you're like, let's see what I'm watching, and you see this trailer. It's not necessarily pulling you in like, oh, we're gonna have a very nice night. It's gonna be a loaded night.
Yeah, you know what you're up to. It's an experience for sure.
Man, but especially how is it called? The radiation checker, the thick sounds.
Yeah.
I think that's beautiful. Of course, they used that, but they used it a little bit rhythmic in one of the risers, I think.
Yeah.
Of course, beautifully done. And I think it conveys the right emotion on how gray, dark, disturbing that this series is. It's a mini series, five episodes, I think, or maybe six.
I think six, seven, something like that. It's great. All the sounds used in this series, and I think also a lot in this trailer, are actually recorded by the composer Hildur in a power plant itself.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she made a whole soundtrack out of those recorded sounds from the power plant itself.
Man,
it's crazy.
I like that because, of course, if you're composing or you're doing sound design, you can get a lot of like all these libraries and amazing recorded stuff. So you don't necessarily need to go there. Mm-hmm. I just think it is that extra value when you go the extra mile, make it a little bit more fitting the story. So. Well done by having that extra story to the sound.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's also a good example of that power can lay within limiting yourself. So if you say, like, I'm only going to use the sounds of this power plant that I recorded somewhere, then in there you can find creativity. And that's something I can really hear within the whole series here.
Yeah, you mean you set as a composer, you set the borders between what you can use. So not using the limited supply of plugins and libraries and musical instrument, but just keep it, I need to do it with this palette of sounds.
Yeah, exactly. Because you probably know the feeling, right? That you're in front of all your libraries, all your sounds, and you think like, where am I?
Where do I start?
Yeah, where do I start? They have like a big candy shop in front of you, but you don't know which candy you want to pick.
Yeah, no, I think it's really well done. I have to rewatch it. I think I watched this in the plane when I was. We were doing an event in San Francisco, if I'm not wrong, GDC, I guess, Game Developers Conference, and I saw finally I could watch this because I didn't have HBO. And I watched this in the plane, but I needed some sleep after I watched that series.
I can imagine. Yeah, I think I also mainly binge watched it.
Yeah, me too.
And it really did something with my mood.
Yeah, so but I like it as well. When it's sometimes you're watching something, I don't necessarily want to have the happy ending feeling. Sometimes I want to learn something from a certain time, or just to meet a certain feeling that maybe I'm not witnessing in my normal day-to-day life.
Yeah.
And this is one of the stories, like I didn't witness this, or this is not something close to my reality, but I do got the feeling from it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really good done.
Yeah, and they really did it also through music and sound really well. That feeling, I don't know if you had the same thing, but it's feeling that there's continuously something that you cannot see, but that's impacting you. And they did it really well with the music. That eerie feeling that something is wrong, but you cannot put a finger on it.
Yeah, it's like somebody is kind of putting some pressure on one of your, maybe kind of squeezing one of your arms, and you're like, what is that constantly? But it's squeezing a little harder when you pay attention.
Exactly.
Like a bone cracking, giving goosebumps on your bones.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think that's perfectly said.
Yeah. No, but it's, like I said more times now, a loaded series. Music does that very well. And I'm very curious what they're going to do with The Last of Us.
Yeah, I didn't know that they were working on The Last of Us. That's great.
I think so. I think it was the director that this one is doing the real series of it. Very curious what happens.
Yeah.
But oh well. thanks for bringing this one.
Yeah,
very
no
good
problem.
one.
It's fun.
Very sound design heavy. So if you're into that, definitely go watch this. If you like this, make sure to subscribe. If you have any suggestions, leave it down in the comments. Also hit that bell button. It does a few things. I don't know exactly what it does, but it gives you some alerts. So do that as well. For now, thank you for watching and see you next time.
Cheers.